Hello YouTube, this is Callum from EnglishShooting, and if you remember a while ago and you've been following the channel, the Facebook page, Twitter, Instagram, you would have seen that I was given a variety of different products from a variety of different companies, one of which being Vortex Optics. But because of you guys, this is going to be the first of the optics that I will be reviewing, the SPARC AR red dot. Now, this is probably going to be one of my only complaints. What they could have done is just made that a little bit shorter, more pages, and then it would have fit in there quite nicely. Obviously, it's your user manual. You've got how to install it, how to use it, how to maintain it, all that sort of stuff, and a lens cleaning cloth in there. Obviously, you have your red dot, the SPARC AR, with its rubber sleeve already in place, and obviously lens caps. Put that to one side, and you get mounts, screws, Allen keys, everything that you need to just get it bolted on straight to your rifle. So it comes with the multi-height mount system, that's what Vortex calls it, and then you have these base plates that, as you can see, Picatinny rail and obviously height adjustable. Then your screws and Allen key, and that's it. And also, you can't see it, but in the actual red dot itself, it comes with a battery. So there's everything that you get in the box, as I said, ready to go. You got your mounts, you got your batteries. So let's have a closer look at the red dot itself. Just having a quick look around it, obviously you have this rubber sleeve with the lens caps, you've got your windage and elevation, you've your battery compartment, you're obviously the main mount face there, and your two adjustment buttons for your brightness. Going over the various features of this, you've got 10 brightness settings. It's a 2 MOA dot. You've got 300 hours of full brightness capacity in that battery and 5,000 hours on the lowest brightness. You've got a 12-hour automatic turn off, so if you leave it on, it's not going to waste all of your battery. Fully waterproof. All of the little compartments have O-rings in there, so you're not going to damage it. It's rugged and you're going to be able to use it out of the rain, out in harsh environments. Shockproof. Obviously they're nitrogen gas purged, so that stops fog and misting up and all that sort of stuff. Now, people basically say and are saying that the SPARC AR is a refined SPARC 2. Now, when I reviewed the SPARC 2, I said that it was very close to the aim point and that it was just a little bit bigger, a little bit more clunky with bits protruding from it, and that it would still take my money, basically, that I think that the SPARC 2 was better value for money. With this being a more refined SPARC 2, it's that much closer to the aim point, and I think just absolutely blows it out of the water. These are £160 in the UK or $260 in the US, and that's RRP. Compared to a £400-500 plus aim point, this is going to win every single day for me. It's just so, I think, so much more sleeker, a little bit more compact. Yes, it's not as small as the smallest aim point, but still it's small enough. You're not going to notice that on your rifle. It is a little shorter than the SPARC 2, but it's a little bit heavier, weighing in at 7.5 ounces. But it is pretty much the same scope, really. Same price point. The difference, again, obviously this has a AAA battery rather than the coin cell battery or button cell battery that the SPARC 2 uses. AAA, obviously really convenient. We've all got them lying around the house in various things that we can pinch from if we need to, and a lot more shops stock the AAAs at the front of the counter. You've got the, obviously, anti-glare, reflective, sort of sunburnt coating on the front lens there. Just gorgeous looking. Really do like that in the optic. And obviously the view from your end with your adjustment. To turn it on, if you just press and hold, and the dot will come on. This does get a bit difficult because obviously I'm at a different angle to you guys, and it takes me a little while to find it. There you go. I think that's on the maximum brightness, so you can see a little bit of bleeding there. It never comes out truly like you see in the naked eye. It's really hard to do with optics like this with a camera. Obviously, again, 10 settings of brightness, so you can turn it right down. And one of the features that I really do like about this is it's a single button off. So if I turn it back up again so you can at least see it, instead of having to press two buttons at once, you can just press and hold that single button and it goes off. Just like all Vortex products, it's super clean glass. The dot is really fine, 2 MOA dot. Again, for 160 quid, how can you go wrong? Just a quick look without that cover. Now the cover is really sturdy and is going to offer a lot of protection. Some people might prefer it with it off. I do find it a little tricky with the rubber on to be able to get to your elevation. They are very stiff, obviously, because they're waterproof and they've got those O-rings in there. But with a little bit of sort of less girly fingers, you're going to get it off no problem. It's not impossible to get off. And in my mind, they've counteracted that by giving a really nice big slot there for 20p piece, a quarter. It's going to fit in there nicely. But yeah, a little tricky with the rubber case on. Absolutely fine without that rubber sleeve. Just can be a little bit tricky to get it off there. The battery as well, there's not a huge amount. Obviously they've got that sort of stippling, that raised edge there, the grip edge, and there's not a huge amount there to actually grip onto because of obviously the surrounding case. You do have to put a lot of force and can be a little tricky. But again, these are functions that you're not going to be using every single day. You're probably going to change the battery, well, God knows, once a year maybe if you're unlucky. And there you go, obviously the change to the Spark 2, the AAA battery. But yeah, it's really not an issue. For me, I'd rather have it a little bit stiff and waterproof than easy to get out and not waterproof. You don't have to worry about this. And while we're on the features again and sort of difficulty, the buttons here, they are rugged, they are going to be long lasting, but they are a little bit stiff. Better than I think most red dots. Some of them can be really impossible to press, but I could do that with gloves all day long. And obviously with the change to just have to press and hold one to turn it off, that's made a huge difference. I did find that having to press and hold both buttons could be a little bit tricky. In my mind, there is no reason you would go for the Spark 2 over the SPARC AR. I think this just wins hands down. And then you start to compare to optics that cost 3 times as much, and it, for me, just wins hands down. Just a great red dot. And let's not forget the unlimited transferable lifetime warranty. You buy one of these scopes, one of these red dots for 160 quid, and you've got it for life. You chuck it off of a 10-story building and it smashes, as long as you've got something to hand back to Vortex, they're going to repair it and replace it for you. Unconditional transferable lifetime warranty, so you don't have to be worried about buying it second hand or buying it new. You're always protected by Vortex, which I think is absolutely fantastic. So there we go, guys, just a really good look at the SPARC AR red dot from Vortex Optics. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it and found it useful, and as always, I hope to see you soon.